If you clicked on this video, I'm gonna go ahead and assume you know what GunZ is. It's a game from over 20 years ago that a bunch of people, myself included, got addicted to as children because it had really good movement and a high skill ceiling. There was a bunch of us just spending hours learning to like butterfly and K-style and a bunch of other techniques I don't remember the names to anymore. Well, recently I learned that they are remaking GunZ Duel, and that got me pretty excited. And I don't mean GunZ 2, that's an experience that we don't ever talk about that happened. So GunZ Duel was getting remade, and I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. If somebody could find a way to bring guns into modern gaming, I think it would actually fit pretty well with what the landscape is today with competitive gaming and Twitch and clips and all that nonsense, right? It was kind of ahead of its time. So a remake is pretty awesome. Well, I was fortunate enough to get access to the last beta, and I'm just gonna come out and say it, this shit's a disaster. And why I say that is, well, it's pretty much the same exact game, which in some ways is awesome, right? Like we want to be able to do the movement and the animation cancels to get the butterfly and K-style and whatever, all that kind of stuff. We want that part. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the models are still looking like they were made in 2005, and the buildings are still looking like they're made in 2005. Like if you go to the map town, it's perfectly flat. Like all the texture is perfectly flat. It's just pasted on one flat cube object and sent out into the video game. There's no depth or anything with it. It's just flat. I don't know how to describe it to you. And I thought stuff like that would be updated if we're going to make a modern game, but they didn't. Pretty much the only thing that I've seen changed is they seem to have upscaled the textures in certain areas of the maps, like Mansion is everywhere they changed it. But I don't know if it looks better or worse, that's your choice, but it's just pretty much like an AI upscale if I had to guess. I'm not saying they did do that, but it's just like an HD texture, but I'm like, you can paste the texture on a flat surface, you have to have a depth map and everything else, and they just never did any of that stuff. They did change some of the animations, but I don't mean like the block animation from Butterfly or anything like that. They changed like the idle pose for some reason. I'm not sure, like nobody cares about that or notice, but like things like that, they took the time to change out. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. And other than that, the only other things they've really changed are the UI. And I don't know if they were trying to make it like, oh, it's more modern. It's definitely different. I wouldn't call it more modern. I would just call it a UI I could make right now on this computer while not trying that hard. Sorry to knock the guys. And other than that, they also redid like the lobby scenes and stuff like that, which is fine. That does look more modern. It's more of a block type system that you'd expect to see in like Windows 10 and above. But that's really about it. There's nothing in this that would sustain it or make it substantial. Plus, the barrier to entry is insanely high. Could you imagine like if I'm like, hey man, I got this game I used to play as a kid, you want to play? And you're like, yeah, we can check it out when we get in, and every single person that plays the game knows how to butterfly, and you're like just trying to run around hitting W, you're like, this isn't fun, I'm just getting killed, I'm gonna go play something else. Like the barrier to entry is too high, it won't allow new players in. So unfortunately, I wish I could say like, dude, it's coming back, it's gonna be awesome, but it's not coming back. I'm gonna keep playing because I'm doing a little R&D, a little research and development for my own video game. I'm actually making a rogue class, and I'm using the GunZ like movement system as kind of the base for that class, and I kind of want to get it right. It won't be associated with GunZ in any way, but that is why I'm gonna keep playing it. So easy plug there to tell you guys what I'm working on when I'm not here. I'm curious to see if you guys will play it. If you click on this video, like I said, I know you know what GunZ is. This isn't a random video that's gonna get a ton of views. Not that many people know what this game is. So I'm just curious, would you play it in today's world if it's the exact same, or are we like, nah, dude, it'd have to be new? So let me know below. I'm actually really curious. I'll see you in the next one.